Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Amy. Today I have a surprise box from Grabie. I did not know this was coming. I had a package coming from the same city as where the Grabie boxes normally come from. So I had a suspicion they were sending me something, but I had no clue what it was. And this is definitely not one of their monthly subscription boxes, which is what they normally send me if they send me anything. So obviously it says Mental Health Matters on it, which is probably for Mental Health Awareness Month, which is this month, May. And I do not know if this is something that's available on their site or if they're just sending it out to some people, because I couldn't find anything when I searched some terms on their site. So I'll try to find out more information and let you know down below if it's something that's even available. But we are going to take a look and see what's inside today because I am just so curious. It's kind of heavy and it's big. So let's take a look. All right. How does this want to come off? This bow is not actually a bow for it. Okay, there we go. Okay. This is so fun. Okay, let's find out. So cute. I love the green. All right, I'm gonna read this. Okay, it sounds like this box itself is not available, but I think some of the stuff in here is available separately. But it says that they have a collaboration with American Art Therapy Association, and in the past, over a year and a half, they've donated over $150,000 worth of art supplies through the Grabie Art Fund to support their incredible art healing initiatives. That is so cool. So in this exclusive box, they're sharing their 30-day art healing workbook, co-created with the American Art Therapy Association to guide individuals through a therapeutic art experience. And alongside the workbook, they've included carefully curated supplies that complement the journey, providing a multi-sensory experience that inspires creativity and encourages calm. This is so cool, you guys. Okay, so we're gonna look through the workbook in a minute. This is Grabie issue 7, Rock Your Inner Strength. So they probably have other issues. I don't know if they'd still be available or not with the American Art Therapy Association. I'm gonna find out what I can about this workbook and how and where you can get it. So I will let you know in the description, but right now I know nothing. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Okay, Grabie Bakery. Is this actually food or is it fake food? It looks like a toy. What is this? Oh my gosh. Okay. And a bunch of supplies. Okay, there is a card. We're going to open all of this up in a minute. We have note-taking pens, dual tip. They're fine points and highlighters. Medium point erasable gel pens. Ooh. Some sticky notes. Color Magic layering markers. Oh, I see multicolors in there. Okay. And other ones, these look like glitter ones, perhaps. Okay, then we've got water brushes and watercolor pocket set with 5 themes in it. Oh my gosh. Okay, we've got oil pastels. Amazing. What is this? I love the pouch. Okay, colored pencils. I think we'll open that up in a minute. I'm gonna move this box, but this box is a really sturdy, nice box. I'm gonna keep that to store some things in. Okay, so we'll take a look at all the art supplies in a minute. First, I wanna look at this bakery. What? There's this little board and pretzel and things right here. And what is this? Is it like a sensory thing? Is it a sensory toy? Just to squish I love that. That is so fun. Okay, we're going to set that aside. Let's look at the workbook and then look at all the supplies that it came with. So this is a workbook for unlocking and embracing your true power. Rock your inner strength. Okay, so you can pause and read this whole thing if you want, but just a few quick quotes. In a world that often emphasizes perfection and achievement, this workbook invites you to approach your life with a growth mindset. Our journey is not about eradicating weakness, but rather about harnessing self-acceptance and compassion. Through art and reflective practices, we encourage you to view your challenges through a lens of possibility, allowing for growth and transformation. This is cute. Okay, how to use this workbook. It has a whole set of 6 different items for how to use the workbook. And then it goes by weeks. Confidence in action. Oh, 7th item. So there are 6 items here and then 1 here. This is cool. So week 1, day 1, you have a little journaling section. Oh, I love this, you guys. You guys know I love my journaling. And I started journaling with all these types of prompts and things. So you have a page to fill out and then some kind of creative activity, which you can use all of these for. Create a rainbow using the following words. Consider what colors these words represent. So you have to think about what colors you want for each of these words and color in your own rainbow. That's really cool. Okay, day 2. So you have, are they the same or different quotes or prompts? Nope, they're all the same prompts over here. And then you have a different creative exercise to go with that day. This is super cool, you guys. Okay, look at this. Growth garden, kindness challenge, hand collage of qualities. Trace your hand, then fill each finger and the palm with a collage of images. Words or symbols that represent your inner strength. So fun. Okay, then there's a reflection page for that week. And we go to week 2. And it's different here now. Different, yeah. So I guess the full week has the same prompts. And then you have new creative prompts as well. This is super fun. Oh my gosh. I love it. We are definitely doing this. This will be something that I do on my own, but I definitely can share some of the things afterwards. So I'll do an update video later with all of this. But we're definitely going to look at all the supplies too. By the way, if there's ever any Grabie supplies you want, you can use code AmyPlansThings to save 15%. But I will leave all the details down below of this workbook and however you can get it, if you can get it. Because this is super cool. Like, month-long challenge for journaling if you're just getting started with journaling or want some prompts for it, and a creative self-care. This is so fun. Okay, so this is the same as that one. And then this one is the same as week 2. This is so much fun, you guys. I love it. Thank you, Grabie. This is amazing. Okay. So many little creative prompts. All right, so here is some information about Grabie. You can always pause if you need to. Super, super cool. Okay, so that is the little workbook that they have. Let's take a look at all these supplies. So first, this one These are just pencils, not colored pencils. They're for writing. And they have quotes on them. No, they're for drawing. There's like a 4B and a 2H and a 6B. I need to learn more about pencils. But those are different strengths for sketching. Awesome. There's a sharpener and a jelly eraser. That is very cool. This is like Christmas. I was not expecting this, you guys. Okay, so then we've got a little sticky memo, 20 sheets of each. And it's just, you know, like little Post-it type things. All right, next up, medium point erasable gel pens. Erasable is always good for our planners, you guys. They've got a little pencil eraser on the end. They look like pencils. How do we open it? Okay, so it opens like this. Let's try this out real quick. I'll grab a piece of paper. Here is a little notepad. So there's the yellow. And I'm erasing it. Wow, it takes a little bit of work to erase, but it erases. That is cool. Okay. So let's just write it out again so you can see. I'm not going to swatch all of them because we have so many pens here, but I'll do a few just so you can see how they work. I actually like, oops, take off the little red tip. I actually like how these pens feel. I'm not a big one on gel pens, but the fact that they're erasable and they're pretty thin. I like a thinner point on my writing pens. So that's kind of what they look like. And they feel like pencils, which is fun. All right, Layering Magic markers. We have 2 of them. Essential and Glitter. We have a little piece of tape there. Okay, let's grab one of these. So Magic Ink Quick Drying, and it says base layer and top layer. Okay, so start by applying the base color using this tip, so the chisel tip. And then next, use the top color to add more detail and design. Okay, so for instance, I could do like a heart with the chisel tip. And then draw on top without like any color bleed or anything like that. That's pretty cool. Let's try one more color and then try the glitter ones. Okay, so this one looks pretty cool because it's really dark on this. So let's just do the green. Then we've got like an orange. Hello. And you can't see the green behind the orange at all. That is very cool. Okay, let's test the glitter one out now. Can I get the tape off though? Okay, here's one to try. Base layer over here. How glittery is this gonna be? Ooh, it's shiny. Can you see that? I hope you can. That is super glitter. All right, and it takes a moment for them to like come through and then you can see it. That is cool. Okay, so the question is, I wonder, can you use a different base layer and then a different top layer? Or do they have to be the pens that match? Okay, so let's do that and then grab... This one is a different one. Let's try the top layer over here versus doing it on this one. I feel like it sort of works, but it definitely works better here. I don't know, but these are cool. I like them. They're gonna be fun to play with. All right, we've got some note-taking pens. These are highlighter and fine points in one. That's super cool. Okay, so here's the highlighter. It's a very kind of thin highlighter, have to press to get it. Instead of doing like a thin tip, let's see. The highlighter portion is 3.5 millimeters and the pen portion is 0.5, which I love 0.5 pens. So yeah, these work really well. Okay, I will definitely be using these. That is cool. All right, here's a little card. How you speak to yourself matters. I love the art on this. And it's just a blank card on the inside and has a Walt Whitman quote, "I celebrate myself and sing myself." That is cute. Okay, oil pastels. Look at that. We're not gonna smudge them or anything right now because I don't want to get all the stuff out, but it seems to be nicely pigmented and things. I don't know much about oil pastels. I've used them a few times, but I definitely could play with them. Experimenting with new mediums is always fun. All right, and then we have the watercolor set. I think I'm most excited about this because it has 5 themes in here and it gives you the different brush pens. Or maybe they're all the same, we'll see. Okay, it says what it is: essential colors, autumn colors, forest colors, floral colors, and landscape colors. Oh my gosh, these little tins are so cute. Ah, they're falling everywhere. Okay. All right, let's open these up. The pages in the workbook are really, really thick, by the way, so I think you'd be able to use any of these supplies in the workbook. Now, remember, I don't know how the workbook comes, if you can order it, and what it comes with, but I'll find out and put it in the description. But since they sent me all these supplies, I assume you can use like watercolors and oil pastels in the workbook. All right, let's just take a look at these. This is so fun. Oh my gosh, there are so many colors here. All right, that is amazing. This is a lot of stuff, you guys. I'm like overwhelmed. Okay, 3-pack premium water brushes. It says small, medium, large over there, but let's open this up and take a look. Okay. Yes, the tips are different. Very cool. Okay, so this is a lot of stuff, you guys. I am going to fill these up, swatch these out, and do the first day, and then I'm going to show you what all these swatches look like and show you what I did for the first day. All right? All right, you guys, this was a lot of fun. So this was day 1, and I spent probably 45 minutes on this. I don't know that I do all of that every day, but I had a lot of fun with this. So I went through the prompts, which you'd go through every single day, and then I did the first creative exercise. And so it's the bright word burst, create a rainbow using the following words, and then consider what these colors represent. So I first watercolored the colors that I felt when I thought about each of these words. And I could have just done that, but I wanted to kind of soak in with each word for a minute. So I thought of doodles that I could do for each word. So I did like yellow on yellow, blue on blue, purple on purple, so that it kind of like blended in with it really well. So some of them are harder to see just because of the darkness of the watercolor or the lightness of the pen that I used, but I think it's a pretty cool effect. So let me just show you a little close up. It's pretty fun. So for optimist, I did a sun and flowers and a smiley face. For intelligent, I did a little like light bulb. These look like clouds, but I tried to do brains, you know, whatever. And then a little book. For creative, I did paint tubes and paint brushes, a canvas, and some paint splotches. For patience, I did like a little time thing, you know, like the sand timer that counts down the minutes, a little clock, and then I just added some little doodles and dots and the word patience in it. For kindness, I just did hearts. For empathetic, I did a person consoling someone, like a stick figure, and then a heart in a hand, and then an ear. And then for brave, I did a fist, I did a little superhero, and I did a mountain, like if you're climbing a mountain. So I thought that was pretty cool. I really like this. So thank you to Grabie for sending me everything. As a reminder, this was an exclusive box. I don't think this is going to be for sale. I imagine this is going to be available at some point. So I'm going to reach out to Grabie and find out and put all the details that I found out down below. If you choose to shop any of the art supplies from Grabie, you can always use code AmyPlansThings to save 15%. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.